Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
We got the latest news where you live. Right now, Shawna Cash's defense team continues making their case in an effort to spare her life. A jury of 12 found Shawna Cash guilty on all charges, including capital murder in the 2021 death of Officer Kevin Apple. Before arresting, the prosecution played phone calls Cash made while she was in jail. In those calls, she is heard laughing with a friend about community support and memorials made for Officer Apple. Now, this is the officer she was found guilty of hitting with a car and killing. And also, it says that she makes several comments about making, quote, nationwide news. Meanwhile, the defense is trying to get the jury to understand the events in her early life that they say led her to the person she was at the White Oak gas station in June of 2021. Sentencing in the Shawna Cash trial continues today. Meanwhile, the man who was in the car with Cash at the time of that murder, Elijah Andazola, is being charged with being an accomplice of capital murder. He is set to go on trial March 5th. City police are continuing to investigate a shooting that happened in Springdale Thursday afternoon. Police tell us they were called to the area, Park Street and Cotto Avenue. Officers say when they got there, they found a juvenile with an apparent gunshot wound. The child was taken to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say they believe this was an isolated incident and no arrests have been made at this time. We're also following updates on a crash involving a stolen U-Haul truck. Taneytown police say that chase began during the evening rush hour in Locust Grove, Oklahoma. This is about 40 miles west of Siloam Springs before eventually ending with the arrest of the suspects in Springdale. This is a look at the newly released dash cam by Taneytown police showing the chase. Police say officers arrested two 21-year-old suspects from Michigan, Robert Mercier and Trenton Johnson. Cops also said that they found Molotov cocktails inside the U-Haul. According to a statement from the Taneytown police, both Mercier and Johnson were also wanted out of Michigan for trying to run over several police officers there. Both suspects are behind bars and face several charges in multiple counties. Now, before we get to other news, let's go ahead and send it over to meteorologist Zach Scott for a look at your weather. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Joe, just wild video there. I'm sitting there watching it with you. All right, here we go. We're tracking one last spring-like day here before we head into your weekend and we get cooler air to come in, more wet weather to roll in, active patterns heading up for the next few days. And then a taste of winter coming back by Sunday night into Monday. A lot going on. Active pattern kicks off today. I'll show you that in a second. Plenty of clouds for your Friday. We'll have breaks of sunshine mixed in, southwest winds gusting 20-25 miles per hour, driving in that warmer air. Upper 60s, low 70s, northwest Arkansas, low to mid 70s, River Valley, and you saw it there. A few late day thunderstorms going to try to develop right around 5 o'clock. Areas to the southeast, overall the best chance from Altus to Clarksville, Boonville, Waldron. Still can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm even back in the northwest Arkansas. But if these storms can get going, and we feel like there's going to be at least a couple, they will have the chance to tap into some instability. Haven't heard us talk about that in a while, have we? We'll have a chance for some instability, some stronger updrafts that can produce some pockets of damaging hail. We'll keep our eyes on it for you. That's kind of wave one. We'll start out Saturday, a lot of cloud cover through the day, and we're going to get light rain to try to move into at least the Washtals and the River Valley as we go later in the day on Saturday. A few sprinkles can't be ruled out northwest Arkansas, but the moisture really increases as we jump to Sunday. We should see scattered showers, rumbles of thunder moving in, off and on rain chances through the day. We'll get some breaks in there. Rain continues to come in as we go into the evening overnight hours, and that's when we're still tracking that cold pocket. Maybe above freezing here at the surface, but you just go up a little bit above our heads and it will be cold enough to give us a snow rain mix. We'll see some snowflakes and raindrops in the River Valley, but we'll have a better chance to see more of those snowflakes. Could create some slushy roads there as we get into Monday morning. Joe?
So that's Zach. Well, with the Super Bowl just days away for one San Francisco 49er, his ties to Fayetteville run deep, but his motivation comes from something off the field. 5 News sports reporter Robin Hearn has more.
Nobody in the Fayetteville High School staff, anybody close to Dre, we had no doubts he was going to go up there and be a star.
A player's journey to the Super Bowl has to start somewhere, and for 49ers linebacker Dre Greenlaw, that was in Fayetteville.
We called him Big Play Dre for a reason. He always found a way to be around the ball and make plays.
You know, he's really built himself into what he is right now.
Greenlaw has faced adversity most of his life, bouncing between foster and group homes across Arkansas, until he found his home at the age of 14, when Fayetteville's assistant coach Brian Early and his wife Nancy welcomed him into their family.
He uses it as a motivation to be the best he could be.
As safety for the Bulldogs, Greenlaw was ranked the 12th best player in the state. Despite his all-star status, the college offers weren't rolling in, so his coaches started making calls next door.
Coming out of high school, you know, we had to beg and plead for Coach Bielema to take a shot on him. He was the last scholarship kid they gave a scholarship to that year.
The big plays continued at the University of Arkansas, and so did the adversity. He had a change of positions to linebacker under the leadership of newly hired linebackers coach Vernon Hargraves.
The whole aspect of being down there closer to the ball, and all those types of things. I mean, it was all new to him.
Greenlaw went on to start in 39 of 42 games in his college career and was named captain his senior season.
A lot of times you don't really become that guy until you kind of figure it out. By the time we got to year 3, he was a little bit more comfortable with being that kind of guy.
After his senior year, he had dreams of heading to the NFL. Feeling overlooked again, he fell to the 5th round, but then a blessing in disguise as an up-and-coming 49ers team called.
When you're picked in the 5th and 6th round, you know, a little bit later in the rounds, you're not, you know, not a lot that's expected of you.
Greenlaw, however, proved himself once again, leading all 49ers rookies in tackles his rookie season.
Special player, man. The coaches love him out there. You can tell that he's one of their leaders.
Playing hard. I love the way he's playing. Looks confident. He is confident.
Now his team will once again call on Big Play Dre in a rematch on the biggest stage against the Kansas City Chiefs. As he takes the field on Sunday, he knows he's not alone.
Been doing at this point has been outstanding. So just keep doing you, man, and having fun with it.
Last text, we were talking about the ring. I said, man, hey, good luck, go get the ring. And he said, yes, sir, coach, no doubt. He's focused. He's ready to go get one.
Robin Hearn, 5 News Sports.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Have a great weekend.